So we're right where I told y'all that we didn't want to be. You want to play the court game? Let's play.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie?
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Queen Sugar Season 3, Episode 10. Like I said, Darla, you want to play games? Let the ball roll. Let's go. Let's go. See, it's all a mess, but we're going to talk about it. Are we going to talk about it? Now, first things first, that little Anthony, the little group, something, they were talking, basically like talking in code, and they made this comment that something, Anthony said something belonged to his dad and they couldn't find it. Something was missing and they couldn't find. I said, see, this is what I'm talking about. What done happened? And sure enough, shortly thereafter, the cops came into school. They had already been to Anthony's house. Anthony's the little cute little brown skinned one, little leader in the pack. And something of his dad's has obviously been left at the scene and pinpointed back to him. The cops came right on in there, slammed his little butt up against the lockers, and locked him up. Told him, you're being charged for arson. So the other ones are still kind of keeping quiet and not saying anything. This whole thing is getting ready to spiral into something really, really ugly. I'm here for it. Let's see what's going to go on. That's all I'm going to say about that because they didn't go too far into detail about that. Now, Charlie went down to see old Colton, and Colton started right off and told Charlie, he said, you may have my cousin wrapped around your little finger, but there's a big difference between a Landry and a Boudreaux. Just let me tell you that. Let me assure you of that. I said, yeah, there definitely is. You just don't realize that little Boudreaux name, she got you by the balls. That's the part that you don't understand. She let his ass have it. She told him all about how she knew about what he was doing and how he was laundering money. And laundering money, that's a federal offense, honey. And she says, you don't really want that, do you? You don't want to be all with the feds all in your stuff, do you? He told her, I'll give you 5%. I'll give you 5%. She said, no, you're not gonna give me 5%. I want the whole 10%. Thank you very much. I want all of it. All that you're getting, I want all of it. She said, so this is what you're going to do. Either you can take out your daddy, or I can take you down. However you want to do it. It's your choice. And then marched out of there like a boss. I said, all right, Charlie. I love it. I love it because he was just so goddamn all up in his little shit like he was really that dude. She shut him down real fast. He was looking real stupid when she walked out of there. I said, good. So then we go over to the house. We might as well go on and get this started. Ralph Angel's in there, him and Blue. There's a knock at the door. 2 workers from Children and Youth Services. And they have a police escort. I was like, this is ready to go all bad real quick. So they they take Blue in the living room and they're questioning Blue. They have Ralph Angel in his kitchen and they're questioning him. And I'm looking at Ralph Angel and I'm saying, you got to stay here because you don't want to mess this up. Someone is actually called and they're telling them, we can't divulge to you who is actually called and what was, any of that. So, of course, we immediately go to, it's Darla. Darla swore by damn that it wasn't her. When Ralph Angel finally called her, oh, it wasn't me, it wasn't me, it wasn't me. Then Aunt Vi got a whiff of it and went right on to Darlene, Darla's mammy. And that's the bitch they called. So inadvertently, Darla, I'm not getting ready to sit here and give, oh, well, Darla didn't have nothing to do with it. Your mother called. You knew there was a possibility that your mother was going to call. Whenever you got your mother involved, you knew shit was getting ready to go down on this level. As soon as you put your mother into it, it was going down on this level. And it was going to go down on a legal level with money behind it. So, Darla, bitch, you knew what was going to go down. You put in for the win, bitch. You pulled out the big guns. You pulled out the big guns. And I'm saying here again, Ralph Angel, you are better than I am. You're better than me. Because I'm telling you, I would have went through that whole little thing with them. They'd have questioned Blue. They'd have questioned me. And when they got ready to leave, I'd have told them, I love him, but you take him the fuck on out of here. We ain't got to do no more of this. We don't have to do any more of this. Take his ass, give him to his mammy. Fuck this shit. I'm done. And especially right after that, we had a scene where we see Ralph Angel had to go down. He goes down to the probation office and all of that, checking it out because he wants to know, is this going to screw up his early parole thing? Him getting off of parole early. Is this going to screw up with all that? They're like, well, yeah, you got to go through the investigation. If there ain't nothing found, then this, that, and the other. So you're in a position now where here we got this baby that ain't biologically yours. You got a half of a foot in the fight, and you got a half of a foot out where they're trying to hit you with some shit and hoping that it come up dirty, and they fuck you all the way around. Not just take them off of you, but fuck you around and get you with a child neglect charge on top of it on a child that ain't yours? Are you fucking kidding me? Take his ass out of here. See you. Sometimes you have to love a motherfucker enough to let him go. I'm telling you, I would have we'd have been 2-3 weeks past me letting Blue go back to Darla. See you. I'm going to love you from all the way over there. That's how far over there. I'm going to love you from over there. Fuck all this. You're not going to fuck my life up behind this bullshit. Not at all. If I went to see Darlene, she got in Darlene's ass. Darlene's talking that bullshit. I was getting so angry. So angry. People... I just can't. I can't with that. That whole storyline, I can't. It just gets up underneath my skin. She said, I couldn't believe she's sitting there. Well, I sent money. Fuck that money you sent. Yeah, you sent money, bitch. But see, this is the price of that. Vi. You sent money. We did all the hard work, and now you want to take the baby. Dirty. You ain't never heard of no good deed goes unpunished? Perfect example. You can do everything right. Drama and raggedy, underhanded motherfuckers will come to your door for you. They will. You can be totally right. You can be the best person there is. Drama and raggedy mothers will come for you. And that's exactly what's happening here. I don't have it for Darla. I ain't got it for her mammy. And where's her daddy at? Mr. Let's all go tell the truth and all of this kind of carrying on. Where's he at in this whole thing? You need to come get both of these bitches that's trying to be so goddamn sideways. A mess. But Vi told her flat out, Ralph Angel is more of a parent to that little boy than your daughter has ever tried to be. And you want it with me? Oh, I'll give you a fight. And I believe she's going to do that. They're going to fight. And just like you got money, Charlie got money, and Vi's man got money now too. So they ain't as broke as what you think you're dealing with. But it's just not even. I just think they need to just get a little baby on back to them and let them go head on. Give the baby to them. Give the baby to him. Give him to him. All that little shit about, well, he wet in the bed. Bitch, that's the goddamn beginnings of it. He's wet in the bed. Okay. What's he going to be doing when you snatch his whole family away? Because we talk about Darla being not there, but you ain't been there. He been around you for what, 6 months? Switch the tables and put him over there with Darla and take everybody away. Micah, Vi, Hollywood, Ralph Angel, Charlie, Nova, Prosper, Remy, everybody. Take them away and take everybody, his whole family, away from him. The school he goes to and all that shit. Take him away from everybody. Put him over there with Darla and see if all he be doing is wet in the bed. Good luck. Good luck, you raggedy motherfuckers. Good luck. Oh, I would give them, maybe I'd have gave him away weeks ago. Weeks ago, I'd have gave him to them. But whatever. So that's what's going down with that whole thing. I was very happy that when Ralph Angel was down at the precinct or whatever, he did run into Twan, his friend Twan, and Twan told him, slow down. I understand the passion behind all of it. I understand everything that you're saying. But all that mad man shit, it's going to make you lose from the door. Angry black man, that don't work. That don't work. So you need to cut that shit out. They talked about a lot of little things, but that was the main piece. That was what he needed to hear, and he got it. He got it. That angry, somebody gonna tell, ain't nobody gonna tell you shit. And CYF loves that type of shit. Children Youth Services, they love it. They love it. That's how they use that shit. The person that's snapping out, they be using it. They be steady writing it down. You snapping out at us. You yelling and screaming at us. You want us to believe you don't yell and scream at the child. They love that kind of shit. They love it. You got to learn how to play. Baby, I know how to play the game. I've been playing it for a very long time. I know how to play the game. I know how it goes down. Baby, it's not no joke. It's not no joke. And I promise you, I've been through 2 full legal adoptions. And I've always felt like the criminal. I'm the one trying to do right. I'm the one who ain't got to be here. And I've always felt like the criminal. When you step into court, if you don't go, and this is just the thing, when you're a foster parent or you are an adoptive parent, whenever you go to step into court for anything, if you don't hire a lawyer, they don't appoint you one. But everybody else who come in that motherfucker got a lawyer. There's a lawyer for the child. There's a lawyer for children and youth services. And if there's an adoption, the adoption agency has a lawyer on staff. You're the only one in there without a lawyer unless you hire one. How does that work? And you're the one there trying to do the right thing. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? There's somebody vouching for everybody, even the motherfucker that shit the baby out that didn't want it and walked off, and now they decide they want to be halfway decent or pretend to be halfway decent. There'll be a lawyer for them. There's a lawyer for everybody. Yours got to come out of your pocket, though. You spending your money trying to take care of somebody else's motherfucking baby. You tell me if the system is fucked up or not. That system it's a holy terror. It really is. You have to really, really love a baby to go through it. I love mine. And trust me, there's days when I say, why in the fuck am I doing this to me? Why? For what? Yeah, I definitely ain't the spokesperson for adoptions. It's, I won't take it back. I'm glad I did it and all of that. But there's been many days that I said, so why the fuck I'm doing this shit? Why the fuck am I fighting with these crackheads about these fucking babies? And then I go through all that, and then the motherfucking baby ain't listening, and then you gotta go home and deal with them. Child, you better, if you're going to adopt, you're going to be foster, you better think long and think hard, because it is a long road, honey. And it is, parenting period is literally, at times, it's one of the most thankless jobs that I've ever had. Horrible at times. A lot of times. More times than that. There's more of that than there is the happy, oh, everybody's so lovely and Maybe it's more trials and tribulations than more smiles. I promise you it is. But anyway, now we're off of me. Bump, 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 bam it. Let's get off my soapbox and go back to this shit here. Ralph Angel, get a girl her baby and be done with it. You going through all of this for what? For what? And I can't wait till they get to a point where they ask for a goddamn paternity test. Because Vi didn't even know about the paternity test. She don't even know that it's really been taken. They still talk about he may not be the baby. No, he's not. Don't nobody know about that except for the sisters and Darla and Raw know that he really ain't the baby's daddy. Vi don't know, and neither do Darlene. Anyway, moving on. And they hold that, and just a mess. A mess. Okay, so Mr. Prosper. Mr. Prosper's getting sick. Something's going on with Mr. Prosper. His legs and stuff is getting bad. And he ended up having an episode and had to call Charlie. He had his phone with him. He's in the bathroom. He called Charlie. She's coming from work to get him up off the floor in the bathroom, takes him to the hospital, finds out he done canceled his surgery. She's calling on the children, and I'm starting to question his children. What the fuck's up with his kids? She leaving them a message and whatnot. I ain't heard back from them. They don't know what's going on. They ain't checking. Don't give a shit. That's what it's saying, that they don't give a shit. I mean, I know he keeps them he kept them out of the loop a little bit, but my mother could only keep me out of the loop so much before I'd be like, Miss Patty, really? You want me to yank you? What is really going on? You know what I mean? I came down to see about my mammy. I don't know about all that other shit they got going on. But these people ain't came to see about this man at all. They know this man to move out of his home and everything, and he's staying with Charlie. They ain't came and looked him in the face. So I'm coming to look at my motherfucking daddy in the face. We ain't seen these people. So I'm questioning and side-eyeing they ass. But whatever. So come find out he canceled his surgery. He's afraid. He's afraid. I understand. Except all my friends. My friend came in there. He never come back out. He's afraid. I understand that. I know people who were very much that way. My grandmother was that way. My grandmother hated going to the hospital. She ain't for no hospital. She ain't for no staying overnight. None of that shit. She wasn't for that shit. So I understand that. And Charlie was telling him, you ain't got to go through this by yourself. Should have told you before, we are your family. And all while this is going on, guess who's been right there by Charlie's side? The little cute little Hispanic guy. Said, come on here, honey. So glad to see you with your cute little self. Come on, honey. And when Charlie told his brother, I'll sit here with you all night. Boyfriend sat his ass down on that couch. And Charlie said, oh, no, you ain't got to do that. He said, oh, no. I want to do it. Not going nowhere. I said, bitch. Keeper, fuck Remy. Keeper, speaking of Remy. Nova and Remy had a little chit chat. He was running all that shit that he ran on Charlie about the wife and the house, and he was running all that shit. I was tuning it out. He was making me so mad. I was like, we listening to this old sad sob story about your dead ass wife again. I'm about sick of it. I want to hear about your dead ass wife and your goddamn house or none of that. I don't want to hear about none of that. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. And Nova listened to all of it, and then she ended up breaking it off with him. I said, good. Good. And that happened after her and Vi actually got into it, where Vi was actually, I won't say that she was, I won't say she was wrong. It's that old way of thinking, Nova's, it's the article's been published. And it's out there now. People are hearing about it. And now she didn't tell Vi. Vi heard about it in the street. Hollywood heard about it in the street. And Vi was pissed and sat down with Nova and told her, this ain't right. If you think it's right, something's wrong with you. Putting your daddy's business out there and airing your daddy's dirty laundry, making him look weak. And this, that, and the other. That's that old ass time. It ain't about being weak. He didn't look weak and all of that. And that's just kind of how Vi was feeling. And she attacked Nova with it. You know what I mean? And she told Nova, I don't know what's going on with you, but you need to get it right so you can get back to being you. Because she generally has that old way of thinking. Tell everything other than, with her coop chatting. Because her coop, she had a new way of thinking. I didn't come and get it. But She went ahead and after she talked to Vi and she's feeling all bad, that's when she got rid of Remy. So that was cool. I was glad with that she got rid of his ass. But Vi girl, that old shit is tired and food. It is. And Hollywood told her, you know, um, the other day, because she had kind of brushed him off. He was having some issues, and he told her he slept and his neck was feeling some kind of way. He slept wrong or something, but that ain't what was going on. He was actually going through, and he ended up sharing with her. There's some things that you don't understand about a man and a thing that a man goes through and that they don't talk about. He said, how that other day when he was having an issue, it was the day that was the same day that his wife had miscarried years ago, and he still goes through it. But she didn't know nothing about that. So there's things that men go through that you just don't know about, things that are not spoken. And that what you're talking about, you got that old way of thinking going. Nova not totally wrong about what she did, and Nova said what she did was helping people. She had gotten a lot of messages, people saying that what she wrote about the daddy was helping her, and I wasn't trying to hear it, but she got it. Once Hollywood talked to her, I think that's going to patch itself up. So that was really good. But this was a really good episode. Really good episode. I was very angry again as usual. Um, very angry at Darla and her mammy. And then the last thing with Darla we saw was when the children and youth services people came to speak to Darla, and she told her mother to go ahead on and leave. And I was like, I guess this is it. We're supposed to be pinned up to where we're supposed to be like, oh, well, Darla didn't really know. I'm not going for it. James is not going for it because when Darla pulled her mother into it, you knew the big guns was coming out. You knew your mother was going to go to win. All holds bars. So, no, Darla, you're not getting my sympathy, bitch. Go answer the questions and let them know that you are a no good, low down, crackhead bitch. Go on and let them know it. And then tell them about how you're doing so much better. And they'll side with you. They'll side with you. Yeah, they'll side with you. I hope they give you your baby back. I really do. I hope they give you your baby back. Just so you can see the big mistake that you're making. And I feel bad for Blue, but I really do hope they give you your baby back. And I hope Ralph Angel gets a whole life and don't have time for you and your baby anymore. Once you figure out that you really can't do what he's doing. Bitch.